Keep on moving, baseline hits we're all approving. Xeno spitting truth with style, every second worth a while. Let's get down, the night is young. Feel the power in each tongue. Heartbeats fast in the moonlit glow. Everybody here, let's fucking go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Echoes bounce from wall to wall. Feel the rhythm, break the fall. Raise your hands up to the sky. We're unstoppable, you and I. Let's get down, the night is young. Feel the power in each tongue. Heartbeats fast in the moonlit glow. Everybody here, let's fucking go. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Yo, I'm Kirby West. Yo, check the guard, name is Kirby West from the shadows of Los Santos. The city lights shine brighter at night as my family rides. The two twin kings, one crown under the midnight skies. Kirby and Derby, the West family twins, running the streets, Los Santos, stealing and stealing. Badass twins, yeah, the West family twins, swinging around and the stars are like in a velvet night. Together they conquer, ready for fight. Let's get it, dog. Yo, I'm fucking Kirby West, dog. Oh, oh, oh. Yo, I'm Kirby West. Up behind the glimmer, there's a story untold. Tangled in the dreams where the brave turn bold. Growing up the streets with drug addict, the motherless cops watch the twin grow up. We watch them glide like a whispering breeze. With every empire Kirby has hide secrets, even thorns on the road. His teeth, I'm ready for the fight. Oh, it's the West Side to the West twins, motherfucking drama unfolds. Two brothers, one heart, never do what they're told. Running from the law, striding through the shadows of their life as the power they flex. Yo, I'm just a witness to the life of the West. I'm ready for a fight, let's get it, dog. Yo, I'm fucking Kirby West, dog. Oh, oh, oh. Yo, I'm Kirby West. Kirby's the dreamer with ambition so fierce like fire, chasing the sunset where the daylight is piercer. Kirby's the handler with the days like a knife, cutting through the silence of life. Yeah, he's owning this life. In the alleys of power, they beat on the edge of life. In a world full of doubters, they're up on that ledge. But the twins is laughter. There's a yo, yo. We are Los Santos sheriffs. We are Los Santos sheriffs. Yo, yo. We are Los Santos sheriffs. We are Los Santos sheriffs. Stepping out the shadows of Los Santos with our badges gleaming bright. With the Los Santos sheriffs ready for the fight. Sheriff D'Angelo leading his gap of might. In this concrete jungle, we're keeping order tight. Got the squad beside me, ain't no turning back. Lieutenant Stanley and Assistant Sheriff Griffin watching every attack. Captain Gibson on the low, pulling strings in the back while hiding in the bushes. We run the city, never cutting the slack. With Captain Doug with his fast blue charger. Yo, yo. We are Los Santos sheriffs. We are Los Santos sheriffs. Yo. We are Los Santos sheriffs. We are Los Santos sheriffs. We're the ones you call when the streets get hot. Los Santos Sheriff's giving all that we got. From the hoods to the hills, we're taking our shots. Stand tall, we won't fall, we give it all we've got. Rolling deep in the cruise, the sirens wailing with blue chargers screaming loud like ducks screaming. Get down or shoot, chasing down the trouble. Yeah, we're making our crown with the power of the law. We're standing proud like Dangle, bringing justice in his way to the chaos. That's the oath we vowed. Every alley, every block, we're seeing the signs. Breaking down the gates, crossing all the lines. If you mess with the badge, you'll pay the fines. In this game of survival, we're drawing the lines. We are Los Santos Sheriffs. 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 Stepping out the shadows of Los Santos with our badges gleaming bright. We're the Los Santos Sheriffs ready for the fight. Sheriff D'Angelo leading his pack of might. In this concrete jungle, we're keeping on it tight. Got the squad beside me, ain't no turning back. Lieutenant Staley and Assistant Sheriff Griffin watching every attack. Captain Gibson on the low, pulling strings in the back. We're hiding in the bushes, we run the city, never cutting the slack. We're Captain Doug with his fast charger. We are Los Santos Sheriffs. We are Los Santos Sheriffs. We are Los Santos Sheriffs. We're the ones who call when the streets get hot. Los Santos Sheriffs giving all that.
What is up, everybody? Ecstasy, XenoStarCruze Canadian. So I'm going to turn this bit down. You might not be able to hear me. I'm going to keep the other part up because of the fact that it's court night. We're going to be jumping in, like I said, we're going to be jumping in as Nurse Candy. We're going to get her court uniform. We're going to unload our FD stuff except for our fuel card. And our food and water, or food and coffee. What is up? Cody, Q-Dog, and Jacob. Welcome to this stream. Thank you, Cody, for the subscription. Much love. There's numerous of us streaming SLRP Court. I believe Mr. Katz is live. I Am Chill, aka Dallas, is live. I'm pretty sure Ken's getting on. Captain Ken. Hi, honey. How you doing? I'm just here for court, you know. I've been way out of town. Actually, I'll just work on my... Actually, no, that's cool. Clone, and we call it court, and everything's freezing. I gotta put it. Oh, wrong one. Okay, well, whatever. Mask. Put me a mask on. Why am I not responding? I swear you're not responding. Oh, come on. now I find a tuxedo for her. There's like no shirt, no tuxedo shirt. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. And put this to 0. Now we got, oop, don't punch the door. I can see you, okay, cool. These can go in there. Flashlight can go in there. Med bag. Duffel bag. Beach ball. Who cares about the jumble shake? This can go in there. This can go in there. That can go in there. And that can go in there. Do I have enough burger? I got 1 water on me. Depending on how, give me open the locker. Just in case how long it goes, I'm gonna grab 2 extra burgers. And 2 extra coffees. Just, actually no, we can buy coffee inside, so we're not too worried. And we have to put our money away, so 6,000 there. Alright. Off to the courthouse. So we have to, where the fuck are you? Oh. Parser way, so we'll spawn right here. Yeah, ooh, yeah, good call. This way. 3. Really?
man. Do you mind if I just quick search you? It's protocol.
Yeah, it's okay, honey.
Awesome. You mind just coming down here, just face away from me? Do you have anything on you that'll put me, stick me, stab me just before I search you?
No, I just have my my gas card for the EMT stuff. Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Got it. Alright. You're clear to go in.
Jeez, honey, you look better in uniform than the FD uniform.
Excuse me?
I know, you used to flirt with me all the time, honey.
Didn't have to embarrass an officers. I still got them on my good side. So
Thank God. I mean, that wouldn't have been pleasant for any of us. Because boy, oh boy, would.
I don't understand. Oh my God! Look at her pantsuit. To fucking die for. Oh, lazy bitch in a pantsuit. Looks like. That's so cute.
Oh yeah. I don't even notice that.
Oh, shit.
That's my kind of gal. Hello.
How you doing, honey?
What's your name?
Candy Lee.
Who?
Candy Lee.
Candy? Oh my God, I love candy. What's your favorite candy?
Nerds.
You want to know my favorite candy?
What's that, honey?
You at the moment. You are adorable.
I mean,
Don't ever let a man tell you otherwise.
hey, honey.
I think that one back there has a penis. What? One back there. I think she has a penis.
Oh, wow.
Are you sure you're not projecting?
What? Who said that?
Look at the little state's attorney named Norham. Can't talk to me.
Oh, here's another title: The Masturbates Attorney.
Oh my God. I tell you, my set looked just like this.
I bet
There
it did.
there was a bed in that corner.
Hmm.
So we started here, and then we moved over there.
I'm the only FD guy on.
Jurors, the state's attorney jumped
Oh
in.
wait, I saw that one. It was like, do you promise to suck this whole dick, nothing but the dick, so help you?
Oh my God, you've
I'm a-
seen it.
I did see that one. That was a good one.
So you helped me get my car out there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. You had one of our prospects going after you.
Oh my God, this is giving me flashbacks from life. Oh my God. Look at that swagger.
I think he's hurt.
He's fragile. I like him fragile.
Oh, God.
You break people that are fragile.
So that's gonna start. I got things to do. Excuse me, places to be, people to do. What's going on?
God. Hopefully not in this courtroom.
Justina's in here.
Excuse me, mustache man. Is lunch provided?
Lunch is not provided.
What kind of
There's-
show are y'all running? I'm asking if they're serving lunch. I'm gonna be here all fucking day.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
there-
forced to be
there's-
here.
No,
Yep.
there's
Don't worry. Court's gonna start pretty
dispenser.
soon, okay? Just sit tight for me.
there's vending
Just saying.
machines in
They
the,
make me come
in the
here. They
lobby.
don't provide me with food. I don't
there's
understand.
vending machines in the lobby.
Alright,
Mr.
leave
Cute
that
Pants.
gentleman in the back, over there in the seat. Put the glasses on. Has some cases he needs to discuss with you.
Looks like a spy. Check his ID.
Yeah, the one sitting on his own. Yep. locked up.
Oh, that doesn't work.
That's what the judge
No, it's gonna work like that. We can try it though. Oh, that works. Oh, yours smells so good.
Is this allowed?
Don't worry about what the fuck's not allowed. I do what I want.
Did you have some cases here today, sir? Yeah, just one, possibly two.
Check his ID. He's a spy.
What are? Do you know the case numbers?
9. It was a misdemeanor warrant because I was not in the country. I was.
Do you have an active warrant for your arrest?
No. So that was sorted out, and it was issued with a new fine to appear in court today. And then another officer said I had another one. That is booked in for next year, but I was hoping to get it
Take him to jail. Said that.
You obviously said that.
Shut the fuck up.
It was some officer in a blue Charger.
Okay. Oh Jesus! Give me flashbacks. Oh, I saw the judge in there. You see him? He was through the door when he opened it.
Oh my god, he is all man. Look at him. Oh my god.
You need help. You need to go to that fucking
What?
rehab center.
Which one? I've already been to like multiple.
The sex addict one.
Oh, been there, done that. I
Yeah,
said
no,
the
So
obviously it
it
didn't
looks
work.
like
You had to resign.
yeah, you had a failure to appear warrant. You got a court date. of
Running at the
today.
pool, please.
Yeah.
But hang on.
Not the blue Charger, right? What's up, Uncle Scott? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How was the Bills
My
game?
head is just. Can you hold my wig?
Yeah, sure.
So it's for a traffic citation. You don't actually need to appear in court today. When they cited and released you,
Oh, that
you had
fucking
7
feels
days
good.
to
Why
opt
did
if
it
you
just
wanted to
stink?
challenge that
Where
or
has this
not.
been?
If you didn't
It smells
challenge it
like
by
the
now,
fucking
then
Ellis River.
too
Give
late.
it back to me then.
I was
then,
told
fucking
to
take it.
appear today to sort them out.
Okay, well, you're welcome to speak to the judge about it.
Okay.
I just want to pay for
What
them.
is this consistency on my hand? What is
Both
this
of them.
substance on my
Okay.
hand?
That's
Fucking
fine. Just let the
weapon.
judge
There you
know
go,
that. and
Scott.
he'll
Is this
issue,
toxic?
he'll still set you
Justina's
fine.
in front row
Am I
right
gonna
there.
die?
Sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I kept
Fuck.
getting pulled over because my plate come back.
Well,
He's a
I'd
spy.
try to show up to court next time.
Well, we got Mark A,
Yeah,
aka
yeah.
Justina. We have Mr. Sam E. And I think Dal.
This guy to the left of me looks like he has a warrant.
They're really
You
gonna
lost
throw you
38 to 28. Damn.
They better not.
To be fair, if they do throw you out, then it's just going to confirm your case.
Really? That sucks.
I see harassment. Fuck with me for no fucking
Ass.
reason.
You know what they say?
Harassment.
Can't always win everyone, right? You win some, you lose some. But when it comes to Super Bowl season, you better work your ass off then. Yeah, so we have Justina here. We got, don't know what those three are. Sammy. And I think this is Ramon coming in. Deputy. Sounds like a bunch of horses coming in. That one's Ramon.
Oh my god, here he is again. Oh my god, look at all this. Oh my god, this epic. Mr. State's attorney, big man.
All rise.
For who? What the fuck?
The judge.
Who the fuck is he?
The guy with that's naked.
This
underneath
honorable
the
court,
dress.
being the
Holy
superior
rise
court
for
of the
Jesus
state
Christ.
of San
Stand
Andreas
up.
in the city of Los
Why?
Santos, is now open
Oh my
and sitting for the
God.
dispatch of its business. God save the state and this honorable court. The Honorable Judge Rehnquist presiding.
Do we clap or something?
No.
You may be
Thank you.
seated.
We don't clap. Oh, okay. He said sit down, stupid.
Yes.
Alrighty, welcome to my courtroom. Please be respectful, follow decorum. Don't make my deputies and bailiffs here have
What is
to
decorum?
lock you up.
The opposite of what you did.
Mr. Pearson, if you want to enter an appearance on the record and then get started, I believe we have a show cause coming up first here.
Yes, Judge, thank you. On behalf of the state in all matters going forward on today's docket, I'm Justin Pearson. My bar number is 239087.
Alright, and do we have the defendant
Look, Dan.
in the courtroom,
I
or
got
is he
there's
in
Candio,
custody?
and then there's just you know.
Jose de la Cruz, to my knowledge, is in custody at this time.
Okay.
And his attorney, Mr. William Stewart, is present here as well.
Alright, Sergeant, can you get him brought up from the custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
Box sore. I mean, walk slower, honey.
And Mr. Stewart, you're here on behalf of Mr. De La Cruz again?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, let's just wait for him to get up here and then you can make your formal appearance as well.
It's gonna get interesting. What's the option of Justina getting up and pounding like somebody in the face? We have received 160 love.
Oh my God, look at this fucking criminal.
Justina, keep it down.
I am keeping it down.
Your Honor, can I ask that my client be taken out of cuffs for this hearing?
Mr. De La Cruz, you gonna misbehave?
No,
Oh
sir.
my God, misbehave.
Alright. Bailiff, you can remove his handcuffs.
It'll be Christmas by the time he gets over there.
The state's attorney has an ugly backhand.
It's like a straight line.
His aftershave smells like baby diapers.
Are you sure that's not you?
Alright. Mr. Stewart, you can make your appearance here and then we'll get started.
Yes, Your Honor. It's William T. Stewart. Bar number's 2411053 for defense.
Alright. This is a show cause order in case number 0124, State of San Andreas versus Jose De La Cruz, the defendant. Mr. De La Cruz, I'm going to remind you of a couple things, even though we've already spoken about these things several times, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to your attorney and to have him present. If you cannot afford an attorney, one is being provided. And you can decide any time to not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand the rights that you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. To Mr. Pearson, then.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're all fairly familiar with this case. We are here on a show cause hearing. This is the third time the state has had to show cause Mr. De La Cruz for actions that violate his probation. As I stand here today, the allegations are as follows. The first allegation is that on or about November 21st of 2024, the defendant, Jose De La Cruz, violated his mandated curfew by being outside of his residence between 1800 and 0700 hours, per Deputy Stolas's report number 50705, which has been entered into evidence. Second allegation is that on or about the same date, the defendant was placed under arrest by Deputy Stolas for the crime of driving while suspended or revoked under Vehicle Code 14601.1 under the same report number 50705. At this time, Your Honor, the state is requesting that you follow through with the previous sentence you issued, which is a 6-month suspended sentence.
All right, Mr. De La Cruz, we spoke about this the last time. Your attorney can answer for you if he'd like to, but the way that this works is you're not pleading guilty or not guilty to an allegation here. You're simply whether you're going to admit that the violation alleged by the state here is true or not true. As to count one, that you're outside your house, I do have a couple of questions for you if you feel like answering for me. I'd like to know why you are back here the third time after this whole conversation, everything we did to try to make it work for you.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Whoever's whispering in the gallery, please keep it down.
Your Honor, my client is here for the third time due to a incident where one late night around 12 he had got off work. After getting off, he was already close to Polito. With the not getting paid until a week after, he went to go collect his last check from his previous employer, which was the bail bonds company, or the bounty hunting company, my apologies. That's when he was seen by, I believe it was a Mr. Stolas and a Corporal Adams, driving out past his curfew. They then made a stop under the grounds of him being out past his curfew, where he explained to him that he had no food at home. The last $20 left in his bank account, he had to make the decision whether he's going to be able to purchase gas or food. So he made the decision to purchase gas and then make his way up before getting home to collect his last check, so he'd be able to provide food and pay his bills, Your Honor.
Okay, why was he doing that at 4:07 a.m.?
My client did not get off work until 2 a.m. He got back at the depot, 3 a.m. He got back at the depot at 12. But once they get back, they have to clean the trucks, organize before they are officially off work. So right around the time when he got off was 3 a.m. to 3:30, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. De La Cruz, do you have any explanation as to why you didn't just go straight home? You pick the money up in the morning? I mean, 4 a.m. seems like a really weird time to go collect a paycheck to me.
I was hungry. I drew my garbage truck out. Sometimes I go by like the fast food places. I get some food that way, but they didn't throw any food out, so I didn't find any burgers in the trash. So I was really hungry.
So just remember, anything you say here can be used against you, and what you're telling me is that you were driving for non-essential purposes while you were working also, which is something we talked about last time. You shouldn't have been digging through dumpsters while you were on the job. But anyways, I gave you a lot of leeway here. I'm trying to understand this, but you gave me an excuse about the time delay last time, and I told you the next time that you had something like this to go straight home and not stop anywhere. And it sounds like you didn't do it. So we've got that, and then by the consequence of that not being a valid reason to drive, that would take us to count 2. So what are your answers as to the allegations here?
I mean, I had the choice to go home and possibly have to go to the hospital and lose a lot of money because I couldn't eat and get sick because I was out of food. Or
You would have
I
gotten sick if you had waited 3 hours and let it be 7 a.m.?
But then I still wouldn't be able to drive up that way. I figured I was already in the area and it wasn't that far away.
If you were so low on food that you were going to get sick and go to the hospital at your house, you couldn't have ordered a pizza or something? I mean, you had 20 bucks. Sounds like that you could have made that work until 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. the next day.
No, the 20 bucks I had to use for gas to get to work in the morning. So I had to choose between either getting gas for my job and being able to have like a paycheck and a job, or I had to pick food, which wouldn't last that long. So I picked the job, and I figured maybe I could find somebody's throwing out food while I was at work. But
Okay, so
couldn't find it.
Just for the record, then your answers as to allegations 1 and 2 are
nothing
true
yet.
or not true?
I'm waiting for a fight to go off.
True.
You're admitting those allegations to be true? You understand you're saying that what the state is alleging is correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor, me and my client talked previously, prior to this, while he was being lodged in Bolingbrook. We come to the agreement that under the circumstances that we are alleging that they are true, but we do ask, and I had sent this over to the DA. He hasn't. I'll let him speak on behalf of this after I say it, but that my client go ahead and get time served for the time that he's served on the previous counts, which was 2 days, and then now he's been in for around 3 months. So that would bring the time that he would have to serve after this to 5 months and 5 days, rather than the full 6 months that he was previously given as a suspended sentence. Along with that, we asked that my client be put into protective custody for the rest of his sentencing due to him being tormented in the general public of prison. They're trying to force him to sell illegal items, and when he's not doing so, they are beating him religiously. My client, if you did not notice, he is walking with a limp due to multiple beatings he has received inside, and for his protective, for him to be protected, we ask that he be put in the protective custody while inside.
State have a position on this?
Your Honor, the state does not object to credit for time served, nor do we object to any special custody status that the court deems necessary. There is also the option that he can, because this sentence is under 1 year in length, he does not need to serve it in the Department of Corrections. He can serve this at any one of the county's substations that has a jail with long-term housing. So whatever, the state does not want to see the defendant injured or coerced or forced to do anything he does not want to do, especially if that would break the law. So whatever will make this the most comfortable for the defendant, that is
And
what it
even
is. The
with
state
his
doesn't care.
admission of or acceptance of responsibility, you want to keep your recommendation the same?
With Your Honor, you had issued a 6-month suspended sentence. It is within Your Honor's ability to change that sentence. The state has no position. The state's only request is to revoke probation today. Let's be done with it. Whether you give him a sentence of discharge and let him walk free today, or give him the 6 months. Okay. Yeah, we're tired of this. We don't think the purposes of probation are being served anymore.
And what is the total time served so far? You said 3 months?
Based on what I see, I believe Mr. Stewart has the same information. It appears that he has served a total of 3 weeks and 3 days in custody on this case since its inception for the original charge.
3 weeks and 3 days. Okay. All right, Mr. Dela Cruz. Here's what we're gonna do. I find the allegations to be true, and given that this is the third time you violated probation, I find that for the purpose of probation no longer being served, I am hereby revoking your probation. I'm gonna reimpose the suspended sentence with time credit, 3 months and 3 days. So you're to serve the balance of that time in a county corrections facility. Your other conditions involving not consuming illegal drugs, not committing other crimes will continue, although obviously the driving portions won't be relevant going forward. And then the curfew is canceled as part of the probation being revoked, but you'll be in the custody of the sheriff for the balance of the time that you owe on your original sentence, sir. Good luck to you.
And Your Honor, did you say he was receiving credit of 3 months, 3 days?
Did we not say three? Did you say 3 weeks, 3 days time served? Or
It's
3
3
months?
weeks, Your Honor.
Okay, so he gets credit 3 weeks, 3 days.
That's on me.
We'll make it a whole month because I appreciate that he accepted responsibility for what he did. So we'll take 1 month off time served, so 5 months in the custody of the Los Santos County Sheriff.
And Your Honor, the state is interested in knowing, will you permit the defendant alternative custody programs such as work release in the event that the jail has that, where it would permit him to leave custody to attend work and then turn himself back in at the end of the day?
If the once they process him over there, do their intake evaluation and all that, and they want to recommend something like that to me, I'm certainly willing to entertain it.
Your Honor, and for your awareness as well, I had spoke with my client. He has secured his job as far as going behind bars, and I'm sure his boss would be happy with that as well. Don't put him a worker down. Schedules don't have to be rearranged, etc. If other ways, my client has got his affairs in order. He does have a neighbor that's able to look after his house, or his cousin is his neighbor that's able to look after his house and everything along with that. His boss is aware of the suspended sentence from prior and will be updated accordingly after the proceeding of today has ended and your verdict has been passed down.
All right, so Mr. Stewart, get me an evaluation from the prison team there, whoever manages the work release stuff on that side. Get me some paper from them on what they think as far as whether that will work. I'm not going to make a ruling on it one way or the other until those guys get a chance to formally write up their evaluation like they would do on flight risk, all the other stuff. And we will check in on that. However, the probation is discharged, it's revoked, and I will grant the protective custody request for the safety of Mr. Dela Cruz.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. What do we have next on the docket? Let me see. Bailiff, will you bring in Deputy Adams? We'll do his traffic case next.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Deputy Adams, come step up to the prosecutor's table there.
You can separate.
And Mr. Lofton, are you here?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
All right, step forward.
Up to the front here?
No, I'm sorry, Deputy Adams, go back to that table behind you on the other side. And gentlemen, make sure your shouting voice is on.
What's up, Jay? Oh, you got the wrong one. You said Dennis. Xeno, buddy.
All right, so this is a traffic infraction case. Give me a moment to pull up the details here.
Dennis is over there.
Mr. Lofton, it's being alleged here that you. Well, let me read you your rights
I
first.
got
You have the
you,
right
buddy.
to remain silent.
Welcome, Jay. Hope you're
You
doing
have the
well.
right to an attorney, have him present with you here. Because it's a traffic offense, you don't qualify for a public defender, so you'd have to pick an attorney at your own expense if you wanted one. Do you understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So it's alleged that on October 28th, 2024 at 17:30 hours at the area of 8210 Magellan Avenue, there was a red light violation. Since Deputy Adams is with us here today, we'll hear from him first, and then I'll give you a chance to respond, Mr. Lofton.
No, you're good. You're
Sounds
good.
good, Your Honor.
And, Your Honor, my name is Deputy Brody Adams. I'm employed as a sheriff's deputy by the Los Santos County Sheriff's Office. I've been employed by the Sheriff's Office for 3 months. On October 28th, I was on duty in uniform with a badge displayed, and I was operating a marked Sheriff's Office patrol car when I observed the defendant fail to obey a red traffic signal by failing to stop and remain stopped at the traffic signal at the intersection of Magellan and Goma Street. I then stopped the vehicle on San Andreas Avenue, where I identified the defendant, Mr. James Lofton, by his San Andreas license. Also identified the vehicle with the license plate of 85SAK974. I then issued a traffic citation for the red light violation. It is also worth noting the defendant did refuse to identify himself initially on the traffic stop.
But I take it he did eventually identify himself to you willingly?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Lofton?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to hear your version of events here. Do you have an attorney with you today?
Your Honor, Michael Baskin, bar 241153, representing Mr. Lofton.
All right. What would you like to do, sir?
We'd like to cross-examine Deputy Adams, sir.
All right. Deputy Adams, come forward, and the bailiff will swear you in, and then you'll take the witness seat to my left.
Okay. Raise your right hand.
No, not really a patrol. It's just a court patrol.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Alright, you may be seated.
Me and Josh are the only FD guys on.
Your Honor, may I proceed?
Your witness.
Deputy Adams, I have just a couple questions for you today. My first one is going to be, when did you become aware of Mr. Lofton's vehicle initially? Was it as he was approaching this intersection that he allegedly ran through?
Yes, I saw the vehicle initially when he approached the intersection.
And Mr. Adams, were you aware of or have you observed this vehicle at any other capacity prior to this incident?
No.
I think once we go for recess, I'll move up.
Okay, Deputy Adams, just a couple more here from me on my side. The statement that Mr. Lofton refused to identify himself, did he give you any specific reason and or ask for a supervisor to be present before answering or identifying himself?
Yes, he did. He did ask for a supervisor.
Okay, and once the supervisor was present, he did identify himself without any trouble?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and upon allegedly running through the red light, can you confirm the light's color before he entered the intersection?
It was yellow at the time of entry of the intersection.
So it was a yellow light as he was entering the intersection, not a red one?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Very well. Deputy Adams, you can go back to the prosecutor's table there.
Who does Justina? Justina is Mark A. Mark Armstrong. Pop.
All right,
AKA
Deputy
Pop
Adams,
Tart.
anything you wish to say in closing?
The judge, that's the two, yes.
Nothing further, sir.
So
All right,
judge
so,
is Satui.
because this is a trial, bench trial.
The one over, that one cop over
I'm
there
assuming
on the far
your
right, that's
client wishes
Ramon.
to plead not guilty.
This
So
one
enter
over
not
here
guilty
by
plea on it.
the TV, that's Dennis.
Unless you have something other for me, Mr.
Then in front of
Baskin.
me, it's Justina. and
He'd
Sam.
like to plead enter a not guilty
I
plea,
don't know
sir.
who this one
Okay.
is.
Not guilty plea being
I
entered.
don't know what those two are.
Deputy Adams said
Yes, sir.
when you were being questioned by counsel, you admitted, or you made the statement that the light was yellow when the vehicle entered the intersection.
No.
Yes, Your Honor.
So can you help me understand why you believe that's a red light violation?
Yeah, I can, Your Honor. The light was color of yellow, and then mid-intersection it turned the color red, sir.
So where in the vehicle code are you going off of? Are you looking at 21453?
As far as I'm aware of, yes, sir.
This ticket's getting dropped. You can't get somebody
Alright,
for
well,
having...
With all that said, if you have nothing else, and the defense has nothing else, the court's ready to make a ruling.
Your Honor, we would just like to publicly state, just for the record, that as per Vehicle Code Section 21452, a driver facing a steady circular yellow or yellow arrow signal is by that signal warned that the relating green movement is ending and that a red indication will be shown immediately thereafter. With the light being yellow, we do not believe this ticket is justified, Your Honor.
Exactly, it's getting dropped.
Alright. And then I see there's a video entered into the record here. Are we using that as evidence, or are we not using that?
Yes, Your Honor. Upon review of the video on the defense side, we do clearly see that the vehicle was inside the intersection with a yellow indication.
Getting dropped.
Okay, I'll be honest, I watched that video and I wish it had run a couple seconds earlier because I couldn't really see anything other than the fact that he was already in that intersection after it was red. I couldn't see when the light changed, but my ruling here is not guilty. 21452 shows a yellow, like you said, yellow light is an indication that a stop signal is imminent, but Deputy Adams admitted that the driver entered while the light was still yellow, so going off the facts beforehand.
Always come back.
Jesus, Sentinel, you almost scared the shit out of me. What's up, Sentinel? How you doing?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so, Mr. Lofton, just make sure you stop by the clerk.
always
Get a copy of
come
the
back.
paperwork showing the dismissal, and there'll be nothing further for you to take care of here. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
May I have your attention, please?
Thank you.
May I have
Good
your
work.
attention, please?
Oh, sorry, mail's on strike.
Perfect timing. So we're gonna have Dalen in here.
Alright, Mr. Peterson, did you have something for me on 0110?
Oh, is that a traffic citation, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. State moves to dismiss.
As an interest of justice?
We're lacking critical witnesses, Your Honor. The case has gone on for too long. So yes, in the interest of justice, not prolonging the case.
A dismissal with or without prejudice?
With, Your Honor.
With prejudice.
All right, 0110 for Mr. Shane Barnes is dismissed with prejudice in the interest of justice. So we'll close that.
Thank you,
case
Judge.
out. Uh, 0115 criminal case, Justin A. Saunders.
It's Justina.
Are you the person listed on this record as Justin Saunders?
It's sure, but it's Justina.
Okay, I'm happy to call you whatever you'd like. I'd just like to make sure we have the right person here with us.
Yes, that's me. Thank you.
Okay, you may come forward.
Dick and balls.
What do I get?
Your Honor, I'll
my
be
God.
swapping out with my ADA, Mr. Portola. He'll be in the courtroom momentarily.
Understood. And Justina, you said, do you prefer any particular Mr., Mrs., Miss?
Miss, please.
Miss Saunders, okay. All right, so I'm Judge Ryan Quist, like you may have heard. I've got a couple things I got to read you here. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, including this court. You have the right to an attorney and to have him present before and during any questioning or giving evidence. You have the right to call witnesses, to compel witnesses to testify as to the events alleged here. We will move forward. I believe today we're just doing an arraignment for you. So do you understand the rights that I have just read?
What's the arraignment?
Basically,
I'm joking. Yes, I know.
Okay. All right.
Better get me out.
Excuse me, Miss Saunders, please don't be threatening your attorney in open court. I'll have appearances for the record. People?
Your Honor, I'd like to first introduce myself, Frank Portola for the state 249153.
All right, and then for the defense?
Your Honor, my name is Arnold Lewandowski, bar number 241-204.
All right. This being an arraignment, we're going to go through some things about the charges that are in front of you, Miss Saunders. I'm not going to make any judgment today as to whether or not you did anything. I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case until you've had a chance to speak with your attorney and review how you're going to respond to things. This is not a trial. I just want to remind you again that anything you do say here, the state's two guys are standing right there that are ready to write down anything you say. So just want to make sure you're aware of that, but we need to explain a couple of things to you.
Mm-hmm.
So the state has presented to me an indictment, basically a document showing formal criminal charges, and it's alleged that on November the 24th of this year, you were arrested for several charges while driving a black truck, a coil truck. You familiar with the incident that we're talking about today?
I object.
Okay, that's not for you to do. You have a lawyer for that, and I'm just asking if you're familiar with the incident. You don't really have to answer, but...
I am familiar with the harassment by the LSSO. Yes.
Okay, that is not what I asked you. Are you familiar with the incident that we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, because you're facing felony charges, there are certain things I need to warn you about. If you're convicted on the offense of reckless evading, which is a violation of section 2800.2 of the San Andreas Vehicle Code, there are certain civil rights losses you may encounter, such as your right to own a firearm, your right to vote. There are some other things that go along with that, so I want to make sure you get in touch with your attorney here and he explains all of that to you. So it's alleged that count 1 is reckless evading, a felony. It's alleged that you did flee or attempt to elude a pursuing peace officer.
Allegedly.
I said it's alleged.
Just making sure.
Okay, so it's alleged that you willfully fled or attempted to elude a pursuing peace officer, and that you operated your vehicle in a willful or wanton disregard for the safety of property or persons. The person driving the vehicle, which is you, upon conviction, shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison or by confinement in the county jail for not less than 6 months. So there's a mandatory minimum here, not more than 1 year. The court may also impose a fine of not less than $1,000, not more than $10,000, or may impose that imprisonment or confinement and fine, both. And for the purposes of this charge, willful or wanton disregard for the safety of but is not limited to driving while fleeing or attempting to elude a pursuing peace officer, during which time either 3 or more violations that are assigned a traffic violation point count occur or damage to property occurs. Count 2, being charged as a misdemeanor, is that you did willfully flee or attempt to elude a pursuing peace officer in violation of Vehicle Code Section 2800.1, and that you willfully drove that vehicle on a highway in a direction opposite to that in which the traffic lawfully moves upon that highway. You are liable to imprisonment for not less than 6 months or more than 1 year in a county jail, or imprisonment in the state prison, or by a fine of not less than $1,000, not more than $10,000, or both by that fine and imprisonment. Do you understand?
I object, but yes.
Okay. You're also being charged with criminal threats. That's section 422, title 11.5, part 1 of the Penal Code. Any person who willfully threatens to commit a crime which will result in death or grave bodily injury to another person with the specific intent that the statement made verbally, in writing, or by means of an electronic communications device is to be taken as a threat, even if there is no intent of actually carrying it out, which on its face and under the circumstances made is so unequivocal, unconditional, immediate, and specific as to convey to the person threatened the gravity of purpose and an immediate prospect of execution of the threat, which thereby causes that person reasonably to be in sustained fear for his or her own safety or for his or her immediate family's safety. The punishment in this charge is imprisonment in the county jail not to exceed 1 year, or by imprisonment in the state prison. There is no fine amount specified. And count 4 is a failure to appear. So you signed a traffic ticket and then didn't come to court for it, it sounds like.
I object. You gonna do something, guy, or just stand there look pretty?
I'm just reading the charges. We're not at the point where we're objecting to things. This is just me reading to you what the state has presented to me as charges against you.
It's fucking bullshit.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Okay, I'll remind you, you're required to maintain civil decorum in the courtroom. You don't do that kind of language here. You do that, you're going to go sit in the jail cells while we do all the other cases, and then I'll bring you back up here if I hear that again. You understand?
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Lewandowski, with all the charges being read, do you want to enter a plea at this point?
Yes, Your Honor, we're in receipt of a charging instrument listing 4 charges, and we reserve all rights under state and federal constitution and enter a plea of not guilty and request a pre-trial conference date.
All right. Plea not guilty is entered. I'll let the people address the matter. As to bond, Mr. Baskin, what do you think?
No objection to the PTC, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll schedule a PTC, and then what are we thinking about bond?
She's already posted bail, Your Honor.
What is the condition of that bail currently? What did she post? Do we know?
Just one moment, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Justin Pearson. The stipulation of the posting bail is standard conditions to notify the court of address, not return to the scene of the crime or contact the victims, obey all laws, and then I believe that's all that we have on that.
Would the state be willing and ready to provide probable cause statements for each of these charges at this time, or do you want to wait for the pretrial conference?
We are prepared with the probable cause statements if that is what defense wants, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewandowski? Sir?
My apologies, Your Honor. We take no position.
All right. Mr. Baskin then, or Mr. Pearson, go ahead with the probable cause for charges or counts 1 through 4.
Thank you, Your Honor. One moment. Can you hand me my tablet? Thank you. All right, thank you, Your Honor. So the state does not intend to address the warrant as a part of our charging instrument. That was a previous charge already issued. The state is going to allege counts 1 through 4. In count 1, on or about November 24th, 2024, in Los Santos County, San Andreas, Justin L. Saunders did knowingly evade a peace officer in a motor vehicle in a reckless manner, likely to cause death or serious bodily injury to others on the road. Pardon me. In count 2, on or about the same date, Los Santos County, San Andreas, the same defendant did evade a peace officer in a motor vehicle while traveling in the opposing lanes of travel of a designated roadway. In count 3, on or about the same date, the same defendant in Los Santos County, San Andreas did knowingly resist, delay, or obstruct peace officers while attempting to elude them on foot. And in count 4, the same defendant, same date, Los Santos County, San Andreas, did knowingly threaten to cause harm or bodily injury to Deputy Antonio Noble of the Los Santos County Sheriff's Office, contrary to the laws, statutes, ordinances, in such made and provided against the peace and dignity of Los Santos County.
Okay, so as to 1 and 2, marked vehicles, lights, sirens activated, all that good stuff?
Your Honor, that is correct. Per the report I have, Deputy Stolas was the initiating deputy of a traffic stop, along with Captain Gibson. Both deputies were operating marked Sheriff's Office patrol motorcycles, and they were assisted by multiple other deputies operating marked patrol SUVs.
All right, and then as to count 3, can you kind of elaborate on the threat made?
I would have to take a peek back at body camera footage, Your Honor. It was a threat of physical bodily injury made directly at Deputy Noble.
Okay, we have a statement from him in the record on that?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. He's prepared to testify if this goes to trial.
All right, I will find probable cause to proceed on all 4 of these charges. Did we ever figure out what the bond was actually set to when Ms. Saunders got out?
It was $15,000, Your Honor.
15,000. Do you know cash or surety?
Cash, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Saunders also appears to have had a warrant from out of state. I don't know if that's taken care of, but we can deal with that later. Okay. So does the state have a position as to resetting the bond for Miss Saunders? Do you want to let it continue? I'm gonna impose some conditions here, but I mean, 15,000 seems awfully low for getting in a high-speed chase in the wrong side of the highway, allegedly, and then threatening to hurt a police officer.
We have no position on it, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I'm gonna reset it at $50,000 cash or surety.
Oh my, say something. Oh my God.
Further, you're not to leave this state. You're not to commit any new crimes. You are to report to this court as designated by a probation or parole officer once per week. You're not to consume any illegal drugs.
I object.
Alcohol. Not to possess firearms or other weapons. Do you have a valid driver's license in this state?
I object to everything.
Noted. Do you have a valid driver's license in this state?
I plead the fifth.
Mr. Pearson, does Miss Saunders have a valid driver's license?
No, I'm not
Your
gonna sit
Honor,
here and be
I need 1 minute to pull that information up through DMV's database.
The
You're
probation
not gonna
is
raise my
throughout,
bond because I didn't do anything.
Oh, you're looking. All right.
throughout the others.
Mr.
all.
Portola will have that information for you momentarily.
Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom while this is in session.
I have a driver's license. They're happy.
Your Honor,
Okay.
the state can validate there is indeed a valid driver's license.
All right, so you can keep driving. I'm not going to impose any conditions related to that at this time. Just be aware that based on these charges, could result in a possible suspension or revocation of your privilege to drive on the roads of this state. So for now, the bond is reset at 50,000 cash or surety with those conditions. Normally, I would include a condition for you to make no contact with the complaining witness, but the complaining witness, both of them are police officers, so I'm not going to impose anything related to that. So your conditions, Ms. Saunders, no new crimes, no drugs, no alcohol at all. The next time you come back, you'll be tested for that.
I object.
Okay. And I'm also going to place a
I
GPS
wanna
monitor on you.
drink.
So you need to wear an ankle monitor at all times. You're responsible for keeping it charged. If it loses battery, that is not an
Excuse me.
excuse.
I have a question about this GPS thing. I don't
Go
think
ahead.
that's allowed on the sets that for my work.
What do you have an alternative solution in mind?
Just not having it at all
Okay, no. You're charged with some serious crimes here, including a
because of the
felony.
harassment.
Remember, I told you not to speak about the facts of the case right now.
I'm trying to get shit done. Just saying.
Do you have ties to the community?
Yes.
Would you like to tell me some of those?
I volunteer at the homeless shelter sometimes because they're broke and I'm not, so I like to help out. I'm in the adult entertainment industry, so I make everyone happy. I mean, that's a connection to the community, right?
You work locally?
Sometimes, depends on the set.
Okay. I am going to impose a further condition that you surrender your passport to the court clerk.
I object.
You're not to leave the state, so you certainly won't need your passport. You have quite a bit of money, it seems, and I don't think $50,000 is really going to pose much of an obstacle to you getting back out on the street today, from what I understand from the documents before me here. So you're to surrender your passport so that I know you're not going to go from
Wait,
this
do I have to pay
because-
more money?
Yes.
But why?
It's a bond, though. So if you win the case, like you're saying that you didn't do any of this, then the money is returned to you.
But I didn't do
And-
anything to get upped. This is ridiculous.
I find probable cause to proceed on the charges presented to me by the state, which means that now we have to take this to where either you come up with your attorney and a deal with the state, a plea bargain, or we go to trial. There's a couple steps in between then and now. We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but I'm just reiterating your conditions of release should you post that. And I will remind you here that it's a 50,000 cash or surety bond, so you can use a bail bondsman if you'd like, but I don't think you would need to based on your self-declared wealth there. So at this time, I'm gonna have the bailiff take you into custody.
Hold on. No, wait. Are you gonna do something? Or are you just gonna sit there? Like, I don't understand.
Mr. Lewandowski, you wish to say anything further?
You know, and I will. Like, I'm just.
Bailiff,
You're gonna take me into
the
custody.
defendant into custody.
This is ridiculous.
Ma'am, please stand
Your
up.
Honor.
Don't let him talk first. You sit there. You
Ma'am,
stand
Your
right
Honor,
there.
stand up.
May I?
Hold on, Mr. Lewandowski. Your client needs to comply with the bailiff first.
Justina, please just.
So I'm gonna go to
stand up.
jail
I
because of
will-
harassment. Is that what that's
you're
happening?
Not going to jail. You're just being put
Ma'am.
in.
What you mean? I ain't going to
cuffs,
jail.
that is
He
all.
put me in cuffs, dog. What you
Ma'am,
talking about?
relax.
Keep
We're
your
relaxing.
voice down.
Your Honor,
Come
on behalf
come
of the state, given Ms. Saunders' non-compliance here, we are going to motion to revoke bail.
What you talk about? Getting handcuffed.
Yep, so bail's revoked here. My initial thought was 50,000, but based on that outburst, I'm thinking more like, I don't know, do the people have a ballpark figure that they think might be appropriate? Because it appears this defendant has substantial wealth, so I don't think $50,000 is going to make enough of a deterrent to ensure her continued appearance here.
Your Honor, we'd like request that she'd be held until trial at this point.
What the shit?
Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you to remain calm.
No, so no. See this bullshit.
You're gonna catch more charges, Miss Saunders. You're gonna get contempt of court if you keep swearing.
Come on, we go. Let's go. Come on, what we doing?
And Your
I'm
Honor,
tired
we'd
of
like
this
to
shit.
also request that we schedule the trial for February.
All right, well,
And so just make people just get arrested for nothing, huh? Get up warrants, bullshit.
all right. Mr. Lewandowski, the people are now asking for no bail to be issued. What's your position?
Oh, y'all have to be present for this? Okay, present for this ass fucking? Okay.
Okay, hey, relax.
Ma'am, that is the fourth time I have admonished you about your language in my courtroom. We will
Saying
not have that here.
We ain't gonna talk about the warrant. That's bullshit. Raising my bond.
That's
This
the fifth
You're not
time.
gonna
That's-
disrespect the judge.
Justina, please, just remain calm. I will do what I can. I'm court appointed, but I will do what I can. Just please save me the headache in my old age.
Ms. Saunders, I'm warning you now. I hear one more expletive, you're in contempt of court.
Please
I
hurry
need
up
to-
so I can continue
Ma'am,
and leave.
I need to head back behind the desk, please.
You need to stand where you were sitting before. Right there is fine. Okay, Mr. Lewandowski, what's your proposal for bail here?
Your Honor, I'd like to object for the no bail, but if you reject it, we are prepared for trial in February.
Well, I mean, I understand you object to no bail, but you got to give me some sort of other proposal. You know, what would you think would be a reasonable amount, or how do we address the public safety concerns, the flight risk, etc.?
Your Honor, I understand completely. I would say a more reasonable number would perhaps be maybe closer to 100,000. And as far as public safety, if I could have a moment with my client, I would like to discuss the public safety and the plea offer as well, if you would allow me.
That's fine. Bailiff, will you escort them into the jury room behind me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, mustache man. Take me where I need to go.
I'm gonna go into this room right here, okay?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh my lord.
Sarge is gonna be pissed.
Due to your outbursts and your threats to
What the hell was that?
lawyer, I'm gonna leave you remaining cuffs. And sir, we will be right outside the door. You can knock if you need us, okay?
I wonder if I can. Hey, psst. Psst. Mr. Suit and Tie, if I may.
Your Honor, now may be a good time to call any walk-in matters.
I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Your Honor, it may be a good time to call a walk-in case if there's anyone here who wants to handle a ticket or something.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll put this one in we'll adjourn this case, and we'll move over to any walk-in cases that are here. Mr. Slobberoach.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I go to this desk?
Yeah, step forward.
Hello. Just up to there or here?
Right there is fine at that desk, or that table right there.
Okay.
So you are Kaiser. How do you say the last name?
Kaiser Slabberich, common spelling. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So give me just a minute. Let me pull up your ticket here. So you're here on a failure to appear warrant. Failure to keep to the right side of the road was the original citation. You planning to just pay the fine, or what do you want to do here?
Yeah. I just want to pay the fine. I was put over by an officer saying I had a second one as well. But he couldn't tell me what it was for.
Yeah, I see the other one here. Hold on. So basically, it looks like the second warrant issued after we gave you a rollover on your first court date and canceled that warrant. So it appears they're both stemming from the same offense. So it's a simple traffic infraction. So if you want to just pay it, we can close it out. You get a point on your license.
Yeah. I've paid for the 48671. I believe the number of the citation was. The officer that pulled me over said literally on that day he pulled me over, he said another one went out on the day he pulled me over.
Okay, yeah, no, I see that you've paid that one. So I will clear these warrants from the system, and you can just make sure you stop by the clerk on your way out, and you should be all set, sir. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Yep, of course. Do we have any other walk-in cases? I think there's one or two more. Maybe they're out in the lobby.
Was anybody else here to speak to the judge about a case?
I believe my spidey senses are telling me there's one coming in from the lobby.
It's a pretty good send.
All right, sir. Are you here for a traffic ticket?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, you can step up then. I'll take your case now.
Shane.
Sorry, I'm late. Traffic.
What's your?
Say that again, please, Your Honor.
What's your name, sir?
Shane Piston.
Okay. And what charge are you here today to contest, sir?
Not contest. I just want to sort it out.
What are we talking about?
I believe I had a misdemeanor, which I'm still getting used to what that means in this country. I failed to appear, and I was literally on the way to the police station in Sandy Shores when I was pulled over literally 100 or so meters away from the cop shop and arrested for having a warrant out for my arrest. And I was even telling them that, like, I was on the way to the station to sort it out and pay for it, or whatever you have to do. I'm getting used to the whole law system in this country.
So that original citation I see was issued September 24th, 2024. Is there any reason you didn't pay the ticket?
I honestly thought I did, and I know it's not a good excuse, but I forgot. I know that's not a good excuse, and I take full responsibility for it. But I simply forgot because I thought I did pay for it.
Okay. All right. Well, you found out what happens when you don't, so I'm glad you came here this time. Speeding 1 to 15 over 70 mile per hour limit's a $250 fine and 1 driver's license point. You willing to plead guilty now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I find you guilty on that. I sentence you to the $250 and the 1 point assessed on your license. You can speak with the clerk, and I will inside of the system for you, sir.
Okay, so I just pay that out there?
Yes, just go speak with the clerk out there in the lobby.
Sweet. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming in. And then we had 0116 was a traffic case too, I believe.
Your Honor, I can go see if Mr. Baskin is out in the lobby.
Okay.
Your Honor, if we can get a brief recess, sounds like counsel wants to speak to me in the Saunders matter.
Yes, that's fine. Just court's in recess.
Thank you, Judge.
All rise. This court is now in recess.
DA, make sure you're whispering.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, is it over?
We
no,
got
it's just
the
a recess.
recess.
Oh. You will have to sit in there?
Yeah, if you want.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Mr. Rivera?
Okay. Is there a Mr. Smith here?
That would be me, I believe.
Mr. Smith, Michael Baskin, Raylan Zane, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. All right. So we're gonna be heading up there. I think they're gonna call us next. Do you have any questions before we go in?
Yeah, actually. So I was
Sean,
just
we'll
notified.
just step over to the corner here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry, excuse me.
It's all good.
Oh, fuck, I can't smoke in here. God damn.
I know, that was funny.
Hey, boss, I'm assuming I can't smoke in here, right?
No, you cannot. If you
Okay,
need to
just
smoke,
wanna-
you can head outside and then.
No, I don't need it that bad.
All right, man.
Yep. Maybe he's cheaper. Is it like no feed now?
Once again, love that mustache, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
How's your knee doing, by the way? You're walking a little better.
You know, getting shot twice, but it's going. It's a.
If you ever need
okay.
an attorney that doesn't work for the state, let me know. My rates are pretty good.
They are.
okay.
indeed. Thank God you're safe.
You know,
Yeah.
I know we say no food or drink.
That's my courtroom. Yeah. You're damn right. Bailiff, will you
Yes, John.
Hey, boss, I don't know you like that. Screw one over.
Oh, just sunshine and rainbows.
Would you just call me? Got a problem?
No.
That's what I thought.
It's far enough for everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's not you I'm worried about. It's this guy with the loud mouth over there.
Can't blame you. Wonder how the one crazy lady's doing.
Well, I mean, you know, Justina, she'll probably make it out at some point, do the same thing, get back in.
Get back in,
and
yeah.
then the cycle repeats itself, yeah.
There's 19 people on. Mind you, they're doing a SIP training too.
So Judge golf this weekend?
Oh, sure. Sure, sure.
This one's on you, right?
Mm,
Okay. Yeah. On me again, I guess.
get back there, see if she's got a traffic case. You want to check with that person in the gallery there that just came in, see if they have a traffic case? The young lady just walked in.
Good evening, ma'am. Are you here to fight any traffic issues?
Not fight, just pay. I've been quite slack with my fines.
I got you. I'll let the judge know and we'll get you here on the docket.
Thank you. My name's Stacy Pegasi.
Stacy Pegasi. Are any of you guys here to fight any traffic case or anything like that?
Nah, I'm just here to watch.
No deputy.
Ma'am?
No, honey. I'm just here to watch, honey.
Your Honor, it looks like we have one more walk-in traffic case on Stacy Pegasi.
Yeah, you can call her up.
Right. I'll call the court back in session. All rise. This court with the Honorable Judge Rehnquist presiding is back in session. You may be seated. And Miss Pegasi, if you would like to approach.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Pegasi. I see you're here. We issued a warrant for your arrest. How'd that go?
I turned myself in ages ago. I was talking to like 4 or 5 different deputies down at the station, and they gave me another court date, which I thought it was next year, but obviously not.
Well, the warrant that's out there is closed, so you already turned yourself in, so that's okay. We just need to settle out the case. So you're charged with speeding 1625 miles per hour over 70 mile per hour limit. Do you wish to contest it, or do you just want to pay?
I just want to pay. I admitted to the officer that pulled me over that I was doing it.
Okay. So it's a $400 fine and 1 point on your license. I find you guilty. Can pay with the court clerk, and we will clear the warrants out of the system for you.
Sweet. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Are we ready to continue with Miss Saunders, or are we?
Mr. Ludendowski is having a further conversation with her at this time, Your Honor. I believe I am ready to proceed on case 0116. Should be an arraignment.
Yeah, let's do that. Jane, it's people of Smith. Are you here, Mr. Smith?
I am indeed.
All right, step forward, and I see we got your attorney here. All right, so just to get this out of the way, you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything here. Anything you do say may be given in evidence against you in this court or in others. You have the right to an attorney, which you do have. Do you understand your rights, sir?
I do.
And just state your name for the record.
James Smith, Commons Belly.
All right, Mr. Smith, we'll get appearances from your attorney, and then we'll take care of this thing.
I just noticed like this.
Your Honor, Michael Baskin, 241153.
All right, Mr. Pearson on a continuing appearance. We're looking at an arraignment on 2 charges here. So, Mr. Smith, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what an arraignment is. Basically, I don't want you to discuss any facts of the case. You're just being presented with the formal notice of the charges against you. And then depending on where we go from here, we'll maybe decide if probable cause exists, or we may postpone the case for further. I just need to admonish you on a couple things now that you need to be aware of before we start this whole process, all right?
Can you repeat that last part? I couldn't hear you too well.
I just admonish you on a couple of things that are possible consequences of the case. As part of the indictment, I just ask that you don't mention any facts of the case, as the prosecutor is right across from you. And if you say something that he can use, he's going to use it. So please try to just listen to what I have to explain, and we'll try to get through this as quick as we can here. See maybe if we can get to probable cause. If not, we'll set it over.
Sounds good.
All right, looks like count 1. On December the 3rd, 2024, charged with a misdemeanor disturbing the peace.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Apologies. The state moves to dismiss this case.
Okay. Is that in the interest of justice, or?
Yes. The state moves to dismiss in the interest of justice, Your Honor.
All right.
I apologize for not catching that earlier.
Counselor?
We have no objection to that, Your Honor.
All right. At the request of the people, this case is dismissed. Mr. Pearson, with prejudice or without?
With prejudice, Your Honor.
All right. Case is dismissed with prejudice.
We do apologize for not catching that earlier in the stages of prosecution.
All right. Mr. Smith, the charges against you are dismissed. You are free to go, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
Not at this time. I don't know if there's anything from my attorney.
Nothing from defense. Just one moment. Did you want to talk to me about that other issue too? Your Honor, if we may borrow another moment of your time, Mr. Smith would like to discuss with you another matter that is not docketed for today, for which I am not representing him. I can leave him to do so if you have the time.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, so you're just going to discuss with him exactly what the issue is, right? That there was a warrant, and he will advise you. If you need me, you can just request my presence.
So I was notified. I got stopped a while back, and I got cited for, I believe it was overtaking a vehicle. And I had meant to pay that, but I never got around to it. And I was notified that I had a warrant. And today was my court date, and I was already gonna be here, so I figured I'd pay it here. I was wondering what the deal is now.
Your Honor, the state doesn't believe that warrant should be valid yet. I'm looking at this citation issued by Deputy Stolas. Today is the court date. So that warrant should not be at this time active.
No, I understand. There was a bit of an issue with the computer system today. We did see a couple of those come up. So we'll just treat it as he's appearing as he's supposed to be. So, Mr. Smith, you're charged with overtaking and passing unsafely. It's a vehicle code violation, section 21750. The fine is $200, jail time not applicable, so 1 point on your license plus $200. Plead not guilty, guilty. What do you got for me?
Guilty. I'm willing to pay that.
All right. If you pay that with the court clerk, we will close the warrant out. That was issued in error. You are here when you're supposed to be. So just make sure you get the ticket paid, and you'll be good to go, sir.
Yeah, will do. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Wish you the best, sir.
You too.
Are we ready for Saunders, or?
We may want to check on them, Your Honor.
Sarge, you were now.
I understand, man. Anything with paperwork, we have the good to we can do anything with the land.
In my chambers? All right.
All rise. This court is now in recess.
Yes.
for you, Deputy?
Yes.
Oh shit. There's a bunch of us texting back and forth between one of the other, and like I just said, how's this courthouse allowed an SRP? Because it breaks SRP rules. So one of the rules in the SRP is not allowed noodlism, whatever. So I messaged a bunch of people. I said, "Is this court even allowed?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Look at the ceiling." Like, if you can look at the ceiling, look. Fucking bunch of naked dudes on the fucking roof. So it's like, dude, this just breaks the rules.
Back in session, Your Honor.
They finally give you a tablet. It's about damn time.
All rise.
Fuck my ankles.
This court with the Honorable Judge Rehnquist presiding is now back in session.
All right, if we can bring the defendant back up here.
Your Honor, you're a little quiet for the people in the back.
Thank you, sir. Got a little frog in my throat there. So, Mr. Lewandowski, did Ms. Saunders give you any indication of how much money she's actually got?
We're gonna allow dismissal of the fifth.
I'm sorry,
charge as a failure to appear.
Your
on
Honor, my
warrant was
ears were
invalid
plugged.
to
Could
begin
you
with,
repeat yourself?
but it
Did Ms. Saunders give you any indication as to how much money she actually has?
Gotcha.
She did not give me a number, no, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, Marcostina, guys. Or not Christina, Justina.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Would it be? I guess I could ask the DA, but would it be possible just to get a, even if it's lackluster, just an apology about the failure to appear warrant, just to soothe her maybe a little bit? It might lower the explicit outbreaks that would happen in your courtroom. Even if it's just from the DA's office, it's just.
I mean, if the DA's office is willing to do that, I don't have a problem with it.
State didn't issue the warrant, Your Honor.
Yeah, I mean, so Miss Saunders.
Yes.
Here's the thing. We did some research. It's like there was a little bit of a hiccup in the computer system with that warrant. So, on behalf of the court system, I do offer you my apologies. I did not personally sign that warrant, but I'm sure my colleagues wouldn't have made that mistake on purpose. I'm sure there was an accident there. Unfortunately for you, though, that's not going to change the way that this case is proceeding, because you were initially stopped for a violation of the vehicle code, not as a result of that warrant. Okay, so what the people and your lawyer have come up with is we're going to dismiss that count entirely. So there's going to be no charge for you about the fail to appear for the warrant. The remaining charges will continue. Okay?
Can I say something on my behalf?
You may.
I thank you for your apology. So I know someone messed up. What I'm saying is I only ran. I knew I didn't have a warrant. This kind of follows my civil case.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll just stop talking, obviously.
You
Continue.
basically just admitted to the crime in front of prosecutors, so...
Yes, because I was scared.
Do you want to just plead guilty to this whole thing?
I would just like to tell the courts that that's what I call you. I don't know. I ran because I was scared because I thought they were making it up, and it was false. Wanted to get me out under something false.
This state would like to point out the other active warrant from Liberty City, Your Honor.
We all know that's
I
not. I
believe they don't want to extradite on
I know
that
this,
one
y'all know
either.
this.
So here's my problem. You have these violent outbursts. You have a history of assaulting police officers. And then you've made it what was alleged. You've now admitted that you fled from the police just because you thought they were wrong and you were right.
And
that
they
gives
were
me
wrong.
a
They
lot
were
of
wrong.
concern. Okay, but that's not your judgment to make, and you put a lot of people's lives in danger by driving the wrong direction down the freeway to get away from them to prove your point.
Because they were chasing me.
Yeah, that's where you pull over, stop, and maybe come here and explain it to me instead of leading them in a wild, high-speed pursuit that has grave community threats.
Well, you don't deal with them like I do. This isn't the time they mess with me.
Okay, and that's, like you said, that's civil suits for. This is a criminal proceeding. But either way, it's never acceptable for you to flee from the police because you believe you're correct. The place to settle that kind of dispute is here in the courtroom, not in the highways.
Mark.
Given your violent outbursts and...
Mark D'Angelo.
Can you blame me, though? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order in a drug and alcohol screen, and I'm going to order that you be sent for a mental health evaluation.
Excuse me? My mental state is none of your business.
It is, in fact, entirely my business, ma'am. I am charged with deciding whether you're going to go to jail or not. So I would like to know where your standing is on mental health, and I'd like a professional's opinion on it. Until we can have that completed, I am going to raise your bond even higher just because of all of what's going on here, the past history of assaulting a police officer. We don't know how much money you have exactly, but you seem to have quite a lot of it.
All I get is an apology. You can't even lower my bond. All I get is apology.
No. Your violent outbursts, your swearing in court, that's not the way that you get.
Because y'all were.
I genuinely believe that you pose a threat to the public. With the way that you, these outbursts of anger.
So I get punished and no one else does. Got it. Justice system, right?
Okay, don't appreciate the sarcasm, but I understand you're frustrated. That's why I want to make sure we're doing everything the right way. So I'm going to have you sent for a mental health evaluation.
He understands.
Drug and alcohol screen. And then you're going to come back here and get tested the next time you come back. If you make bond. If you don't, you stay in jail. But I am going to raise it to $500,000.
What the actual?
It's still a cash or surety bond. So if you find a bail bondsman, you pay 10%. You get out.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I would like to object to that, to the $500,000 cash bond.
It's 500,000 cash.
500,000 was okay. Are we? Is that able to be lowered? Just because I agree the violent outbursts and the character that is Justina, but I do not believe that 500,000 is a quote fair amount for these.
Well, given the fact that she threatened to assault a police officer during the course of all this, allegedly, the fact that she has previously assaulted police officers and the violent outbursts, I feel like there's a significant public safety risk. And so I want to make sure that the bond is high enough so that she realizes the seriousness of it. So
you gonna apologize for the bullshit warrant and then raise my bond.
You're in contempt.
What? Do what you need to do. I'm tired of this shit.
All right. She's remanded to the county sheriff for contempt of court. We will pick up these proceedings on
Get
the
a
next
false warrant.
scheduled court date.
Yeah, no one gets punished but me. Justina didn't do shit.
Ma'am, let's maintain decorum in the courtroom.
Fuck your decorum.
Your Honor?
30 more days in jail every time you swear.
40 more days.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I'd also like to push a motion to withdraw counsel for deteriorating counsel and lawyer relationship.
Okay, you can submit that to me as a written motion. I'll have to examine that and see what other options we have. I don't want to leave her without counsel, even though she is difficult. Everybody has the right to counsel.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right, so she's going to be in contempt for 1 day for now, and then the $500,000 bond will be postable. If she does post it, she's got to get that GPS monitor. She's not to commit any new crimes. She's not to consume drugs other than those prescribed by a doctor, not to drink alcohol, not to associate with any known gang members, not to possess weapons, the standard conditions of release. And then she's not to leave the state. She must surrender her passport before a bond can be posted. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. With that, I believe we are adjourned for the day. Thank you all for coming.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
You have a great day, Your Honor.
You fine citizens didn't have anything, is that right?
I was kind of curious on something on behalf of. So, okay, to introduce myself, I'm Scott Rizzuto. I'm with the Legion Motorworks. I'm a supervisor mechanic. I have one of my guys that has a confusing charge that he's not able to be here today. I believe it was a written speeding ticket as well as a misdemeanor charge with the what is it, to appear. He had to appear, right? And all I'm saying is if he here to that, I don't know the specific charge and what he was charged with. I just want to know if a warrant will be filed for him not being here today, so we don't have somebody working
Oh, the door's locked, honey. How you doing, honey?
Hi, ma'am. I'm just doing a sweep of the building.
Okay. You can't go out that way, honey. The door's locked.
Oh man. Oh, do you have a way to get out?
No, Deputy Snoopy went up there to check something up on the roof there, part.
Hmm. Mr. Landowski, we're locked in today.
Oh my goodness, I need a drink, some ibuprofen, and a glass of water.
There's some in the ADA office. I'll grab you some later.
You know,
Please.
Pillbox has lots today, honey.
Huh?
There, that's for the drink.
Oh,
Go treat yourself
I
with
appreciate it.
a few.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to get out either.
Deputy.
Yes,
So
sir, I can unlock the door for you.
with the contempt of Miss Saunders being right, what's to be
sir.
done with her vehicle? Can I return that to her place of living or dwelling? Would that be possible? Could you check to see if that was possible? I don't want that to be an extra charge.
Yeah, I can see if I could check with one of my sergeants real quick. If you guys can just stand by for me, I'll unlock the door so you guys can
I
get
can
out.
wait outside.
Yeah, but I'll go check with him because I completely understand what you're talking about.
Thanks, Deputy.
Yes, sir. Have a nice night, everybody.
Later, everybody.
So what? You said you work at Legion Motorworks?
Oops.
Yes, sir.
Wrong way.
Scott Rizzuto, I'm one of the lead mechanics.
Teleport to location. Headquarters, we go. Make sure. Just so they don't see me vanish. And alright, so I gotta get my stuff back in my pockets. Alright guys, I'm gonna end my stream here just in case I gotta go help with the FD training stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for coming in, checking out the stream, and we'll see you on the next stream. Bye bye.